Wow. Seeing you two together is so exciting for me. Tech and tradition side by side, it's amazing. Adam, tell me, what was the main reason that Samsung chose to work with Avon?
Well, take a look at the guy, wouldn't you?
I think you know the answer to that.
Yeah, well, you know, honestly, Yvan, like us, takes risks and innovates in a really meaningful way. And that's why we chose him.
Okay. Yvan.
Yes?
Samsung called upon you. Why did you accept?
Listen, smartwatches are a revolution in my industry. And I wanted to design a tech piece that would still look good in 20 years. Another thing is the Samsung design team. Fantastic to work with.
Okay. Yvan, tell us,
Yes?
what in your opinion as a watch designer makes a great watch?
3 things: proportion, tactile experience, and choice. To create a pleasing proportion is very difficult. The size of the Gear S3 is ideal because it allows us to really match the dial with the proportion of the case.
Okay, so you talked about tactile experience, which is how a watch feels. How do you integrate that into a product?
The idea is to make the watch so visually appealing, you cannot keep your hands off it. That takes quality materials treated well. Texturing, also called knurling, enhances touchability and gives a better grip. That means when you feel a certain part of the gear, you know what part it is and how to use it without looking. And finally, responsiveness. How does something feel when you push it, when you turn it, or spin it? And you can only get that level of design flexibility with 316L steel. This is the same steel used in high-end traditional watches and in the Gear S3. In a nutshell, Ariel, that's the Swiss approach.
It is.
Yeah, and this is something the watch industry knows about, but we at Samsung had to learn. And it's a big part of what Yvan brought to the table. These guys knows the stuff.
Yvan, you mentioned that there was 3 things to make a great watch, and the last one was choice. Explain that.
Yes, it is to have the right watch for the right situation and for different personalities.
Yeah, and that's why we created 2 versions, the Frontier and the Classic. Add Samsung's broad range of straps and watch faces, and you can express a different personal style every day of the year.
Adam, you're wearing the Classic, and Yvan, you're wearing the Frontier.
Yes.
And it's cool. When you're into watches like us, you spend a lot of time talking about what they look like, but it's also important to think about what they look like to others. Yvan, I see you dressed a little bit darker, edgier, so the Frontier complements you pretty well. It's bold, adventurous, robust.
Thanks.
Adam, you're dressed a bit more smart, and I like that because it fits with the Classic style and its polished case. Suave, sophisticated, elegant, what you'd say is a classic look.
Thank you.
But now that we've established how the watches can fit into various lifestyles, let's talk about how they're built to withstand those lifestyles and look beautiful afterwards.
Yeah, that's interesting. So we designed the Gear S3 to be IP68 rated. Both watches are protected from dust and dirt and are water resistant. They can pretty much handle anything every day life throws at you. Frontier also has military-level protection to withstand extreme temperature. In Sweden, from the sauna to the ice-cold water, no problem. And no need to worry about the watch getting hit against walls, slammed against table, or being dropped. It's shock-resistant. And the face is protected with Gorilla Glass SR+.
Adam, I'm wondering where you don't wear your watch.
Nowhere.
So let's sum it up. As a longtime watch wearer, can I expect the same level of daily durability from the Gear S3 as the watches I'm more familiar with wearing?
Yeah, well, the good news and the simple news is yes, you can.
Okay, that answers that. Yvan,
Yes.
you come from a place with hundreds of years of watchmaking tradition.
True.
If your colleagues were here tonight with us, what do you think they would be thinking?
Probably traitor. No, seriously, I would hope they would be pleased because they see how their value and tradition were embraced and respected.
Okay, Yvan, thank you so much.
Thank you to you, Ariel.
Adam, awesome to see you. I'll see you guys after the show.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yvan Arpa and Adam Fors.
Hello?